And we've got time for a quick...
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, D.A. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Joel Embiid out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Harris. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Simmons in at the point. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich is out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. Simmons with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Here's Harris. Embiid, the pass to Harris. And stolen by Bogdanovich. To the middle. And finished off by Collins.
So unselfish there. Young doing a good job of finding the open man.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor.
Young, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Now here's Simmons. There's the pass to Scott. Harris against Bogdanovich. Embiid trying to break loose. That's good from Harris on the assist by Scott. Harris has got his second basket. Brent, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their #1 choice, and that was Trae Young.
Here's Simmons. After Clint Capella's bucket. Pass to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Harris looking it over. On the wing, Scott. Passes it to Embiid. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Capella. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And that one's good. Hunter.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Embiid is at the elbow. Over Bogdanovich. Embiid's shot is good.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good signs.
Now, here is Young, and the dunk by Capella.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oops.
Simmons inside. And Simmons slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
And they double up Simmons. Scott kicks to Curry. Releases from 15, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
This is a strength of Tobias Harris, finding good rhythm now in the mid-range shot.
And Young, here we go, and the shot goes in.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
44 seconds left in the first. Simmons dishes to Curry. Simmons inside. Over Hunter. Again, Philadelphia.
And when Simmons is inside, forget about it. He uses his skill and smarts to take advantage.
Young passes to Hunter. Back to Young. That one goes in.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Outside, Simmons. Dishes it to Embiid. Shoots over Capella, and that one released in time, but no good.
And really, this is the role of Capella.
Clint Capella has been leading the charge for Atlanta. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Korkmaz. Howard is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's George Hill, and it's Milton in at the shooting guard position.
Well, he's so dangerous as a scorer. Lou Williams can recognize when there's openings. This time it was a teammate.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
The 76ers trail by 6. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the 76ers now. Back to Thybulle. Here's Korkmaz. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Atlanta making a switch here. Snell's checked in. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Philadelphia. Maxey comes in for Hill. Reddish the pass to Okongwu. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Gallinari down low. Tolliver on him. That's good from Gallinari on the assist by Williams.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Here's Thybulle. Here's Tolliver. And here now is Thybulle. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The 76ers trail by 8. Swiped it away. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And finished off by Williams.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Pass to Tolliver. Now, here's Maxey. Just 5 on the clock. To end the run, Howard controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, not easy trying to keep Howard off the offensive boards. He excels at using his muscles and his size to get great positioning.
Williams dishes to Okongwu. Reddish the pass to Okongwu. Bounce pass from Williams. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. The 76ers trail by 8. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. The pass to Howard. So the wing on the left. Now, here's Maxey. Guarded closely. Misses from close range. The Hawks leading by 8.
And going back to when he turned pro at just 16 years of age, Gallinari has proven to be one of the best players ever from Italy.
And you think about his final year in Milano and just how highly efficient he was, first in the league's ratings overall. 6th pick going from Italy to New York City, and the fans had no idea what they were getting, but Gallinari eventually dealt in the Carmelo deal. And his career, although it's been multiple stops, has been pretty exemplary.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Collins comes in for Gallinari. And Trae Young subbed in for Lou Williams. Here's Curry. That one, no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Snell, the pass to Reddish. Back to Snell. Three-pointer. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. An even 3-on-3 break. Back to Scott. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Clint Capella had it going on in the first quarter. He had 8 points and 1 rebound. Thanks for joining.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Clint Capella really making a difference here.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure coming into this game he felt like he could dominate in the way he's doing so now. Been phenomenal.
Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Embiid finds Hill. Goes up again. Scott inside. He's guarded by Collins. Harris outside. Collins against Scott. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Hilton the pass to Howard. He kicks it to Tolliver. Back to Milton. And he misses his first shot of the game.
That's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
The 76ers trail by 10. Here's Thibault. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
The Hawks making a switch here. Herter's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Maxey. Young looking it over. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Simmons. Collins grabs the miss.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
A 3 from Bogdanovich. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And love watching Simmons run the floor, just eating up so much space in so little time.
Now Young, 8 points for him. The shot's good.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
For the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for John Collins. And it's Reddish in for Bogdanovich. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Mike Scott comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Tobias Harris is checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Seth Curry in for Shake Milton. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Collins comes in for Gallinari. Hunter's checked in for Reddish. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovich in for Kevin Huerter.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Here's Young. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Young's got the lead up to 13 now for Atlanta.
You just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
And you've got to admire the toughness that Embiid plays with. He doesn't let fouls stop him from scoring.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
Pass to Capella. The kick out to Young from outside the arc. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Curry. Sweet little floater. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Young against Curry. Count it.
Trae Young showing you variety. He can score in a lot of ways.
Here's Simmons. He's got 6. They're looking now at a sizable deficit.
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to really rush the game. They need to avoid that.
For Philadelphia, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Korkmaz, he's checked in for the 76ers. Hill comes in for Mike Scott. Williams up on top. He's guarded by Hill. Back to Williams. Okongwu, the pass to Huerter. 5 to shoot. Williams attacking. Here's Okongwu. And Embiid with the block.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on.
It's back to Hill. 7-second difference, shot and game clock over Williams. Embiid finds Simmons. Okongwu grabs the board.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Williams attacking. No good with the layup. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And they're making...
And so it's Atlanta holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll return shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the young stars Simmons and Embiid at the 4 and 5. Curry is out there with Hill, and it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. Simmons. Here's Embiid. Atlanta with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. To the inside. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
Great energy on the deflection, and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. John Collins, he's checked in for Gallinari. Hunter comes in for Tony Snell. And it's Bogdanovich in for Kevin Huerter. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Simmons slams it in.
Throw it down, young fella. Simmons is explosive and without a doubt one of my favorite dunkers.
Young against Curry. Capella kicks to Young. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Passes it to Simmons. Collins grabs the miss. Atlanta leading by 8. It's stolen by Harris. And now the 76ers on the break. MB leading the charge. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Curry's shot is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Young against Hill. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Collins working well off the ball and cutting to the hoop.
The 76ers trail by 8. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Harris. 11 feet away. The second chance effort, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And every year, Embiid's rebounding seems to get better. Continues to demonstrate a real hunger on the backboard.
Scotty's checked in for George Hill. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Now, here is Young. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
How about Trae Young? Even when he's bodied up there, finds a way to collect more points.
Outside, Simmons. No good that time. Good work defensively by Capella. The Hawks leading by 7. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Young with the ball. Clock at 6. Inside. And there's the pass to Hunter. Lets it go with the 3. Atlanta gets it back. It's good. And now it's a 9-point Hawks lead.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Simmons on the wing. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Collins.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
So he can't get either to fall.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
And Young kicks to Capella. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Back to Young. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Great to watch Trae Young set plays up on a nightly basis.
Simmons inside. Embiid trying to break loose. No good from Simmons. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th quarter.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Atlanta.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Trae Young.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Curry is inside. Young's there, and he gets it to go.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. Here's Young. From deep three-point range.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And so the Hawks take the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. the borough of Brook. Welcome to 2K Sports for a look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdan Bogdanovic is out there with Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. And for the Nets, Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin. Then it's Jordan. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here is Young. Hunter with it. He's picked up by KD. Young outside. Fires the 3. Jordan with the rebound. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that could lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
And the jam by Harden.
Knows where everybody is. If there's an open man, Durant's going to find him.
Young looking around. Outside Bogdanovic. 6 on the shot clock. And Bogdanovic throws it down.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Harden with it. Pass to KD. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
One more for the highlight reel. KD with the skyscraper.
Young against Harden. Young, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Irving. He dishes it to Harden. Back to Irving. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Jordan. And he converts the layup.
And we're already seeing a little rhythm out of this offense. They've hit 3 out of 4 so far.
Now, here is Young. At the top of the key, Hunter. Back to Young. Now, Jordan. Outside Irving. And the pass to Durant. There's the feed to Jordan. Good work defensively by Capella.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
The Nets with the lead. Nobody near Irving. Kept alive. Outside for Griffin. Back to KD. Goes back up. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
You see how quickly Durant sets up for the catch-and-shoot shot, giving the defense no chance.
Young drives in. Dishes to Collins. Poked away. Griffin with the steal. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. That 3 off the mark. The Hawks trail by 4. Bogdanovic passes to Capella. And it's blocked. And he keeps control of the ball. Down low, Griffin. Bogdanovic grabs the miss. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. And stolen by Jordan. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And here's Harden for 3. He shoots again. Unable to get that one. Collins with some nice D. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Then for the Hawks, Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Lou Williams is subbed in for Young. And it's in there.
You see the toughness of Williams. Won't shy away from contact.
Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And here is Brown. Passes to Green. Here's Claxton. Here's Dinwiddie. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. And it's Gallinari in for John Collins. And Green gets it to go.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Williams. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Despite having a small frame, this is a big part of Lou Williams' game. Taking it up strong inside.
Green, the pass to Dinwiddie. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Williams. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Green is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. Here's Williams after the made shot from KD. Gallinari outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Now, here is Gallinari. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. One-on-one here. All alone. It's rebounded by Lou Williams. The Hawks trail by 5. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. KD dishes to Jordan. Harden right side. Back to Griffin. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the Nets lead by 7.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the paint and stolen by Jordan. Poked loose. Irving, good. Irving's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
Out in transition, Kyrie finds his spot down the court, finishes the job.
Right side, Williams.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Irving from long range. Atlanta with the rebound.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
Snell kicks to Reddish. Feeds it to Okongwu. Over Jordan, and it's blocked by Jordan.
DeAndre is simply one of the most electrifying shot blockers in the game. If you put up a shot around him, you better put it up high.
Jeff Green is checked in for the Nets. Bruce Brown comes in for Kevin Durant. Now here's Irving. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. It's good.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Pass to Irving. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Harden's got his second bucket.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, which struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, D.A.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Now, here is Young. He has 6.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Jordan against Collins. Young in the corner. 23 seconds left in the second quarter. And that one drops.
He has adapted a way to use his body to shield defenders that's bigger than him. Trae Young finishing through contact.
Harden with it. And that one is good.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
And the first half is now in the books. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Brooklyn. Found themselves in a close game in the first. Well, we know he's a magician on the. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there at Bogdanovich, and it's Capella in at the center position. Here's Young after the basket by Brooklyn. Got it. Good job in the low post. Young's got 10.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
And so it's Atlanta with it. After the basket by Brooklyn, they grab their own miss. And the dunk by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Brown the pass to Johnson. Outside Green. Stolen by Collins. Inside, fast break the Hawks. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Using those long arms and quick hands to create the turnover. Collins, once again, finding ways to help this team.
Now here's Green, down low. And Green slams it in.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really, really like going at each other, don't they? Here's Young. He's got 10. To the inside. A Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Johnson dishes to Brown. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. So for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Green. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Now here's Williams. Now here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton. To the middle. Here's Griffin. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Clint Capella comes in for Okongwu. Young is subbed in for Reddish. To the left wing. Here's Herter. Atlanta again missing. Nets leading by 15. Down low. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Young against Durant. Young, good. Young's got 12 in the game.
He is a scoring machine right now, but he needs more support from his teammates if they want to win this one.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Harden kicks to Griffin. Gallinari with the steal. Inside, deflects the pass. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Griffin leading the charge. Durant in the corner. Here's Jordan. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nets out at... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Green, also Johnson out there. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. So that's the Nets 5.
Never one to shy away. Collins delivers as much contact as he receives.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Lays it up off the glass. And the Nets lead by 15.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Young inside. Dinwiddie covering. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Dinwiddie outside. The pass to Green. He feeds it to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Claxton. They kick it out to Green. The shot comes out, so Atlanta will take it the other way. Kicks it out to Collins. Back to Young. Outside Collins. From deep. A rebound by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. The drive by Green. He's good with the little jumper in close.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
Dinwiddie against Young. And it's blocked. Capella, the pass to Young. They shoot again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
So for the Nets, all free throws good from Capella. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Harden scanning the floor. And the shot goes down.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
And Young, here we go. Griffin with the steal. On the wing, Irving. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And it's good for 2. And the Nets lead by 17.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Here's Young. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
People worried about Trae Young's size entering the league. Could he stand the punishment? He has answered that question.
Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
So you're a dad and a proud one at that.
And the pressure Trae Young puts on defenses. Outstanding at taking it to them and drawing the foul.
And so Young nails them both.
Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
Harden against Capella.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Nets.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jordan.
You know what stood out to me was the anticipation defensively. He sensed what the offense wanted to run, then found ways to disrupt that and cause turnovers.
Irving for 3, hits the three-point bomb. And the Nets lead by 17.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Bogdanovich wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
And a deep 3 from Irving. And the Nets, another 3. 9 seconds left in the fourth. Outside Bogdanovich. From deep. Missed. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Jordan is out there with Griffin. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's KD in at the three, the small forward. And for Philadelphia, They've got Seth Curry. Embiid is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Simmons in at the point guard position. Now here's Embiid. And the basket is good. And both these teams rely on low post offense, Doris, in a size-on-size matchup. What can make the difference?
Well, smart passing is one of the keys, Kevin. You have to be able to enter the ball into the low post in a way that puts that big in a position to score it. The ball's got to be moving. Can you get it side to side and get...
Oh, that was something else!
Have mercy.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow. You know, two things happen there. Excellent coverage on the shot, and then finish the possession securing the boards.
The 10-footer. Harden against Curry. Clock at 6, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Outside for KD. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Harris.
I think Kevin Durant prides himself on doing everything at an elite level. And really, think about how he's improved his defense in the prime of his career. This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Over to the wing. Embiid against Jordan. Embiid, the pass to Scott. Harris, right side. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Embiid. Nice move. And they'll turn over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Harden with it. Outside, KD. Harden the pass to Durant. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Yeah, to me, that's all about focus from Kevin Durant, because that defender was in his grill, and he still gets a quality look.
And Simmons kicks to Curry. Simmons passes to Embiid. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Harris against Harden. The pass to Griffin. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Scott. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And then for Brooklyn, Jeff Green is checked in for Jordan. Brown comes in for Kevin Durant. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. On the wing, Milton. Three-pointer. The shot missing. The Nets go the other way with it. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
And it's Brown missing.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
9 feet out. Here's Milton. And the layup's good off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Right side, Irving. Lays it up and banks it in.
And even through contact, Kyrie still able to finish shots consistently.
76ers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Passes it to Tolliver. And here's Maxey. Howard, the pass to Maxey. Howard kicks to Milton. They get it back. Pass to Thibault. There's the three. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Outside Irving. Picked him clean. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Milton the pass to Maxey. Back to Milton. He dishes it to Tolliver. Now Thibault on the wing. Milton over Green. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Philadelphia ahead. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Green, also Johnson out there. And it's Claxton in at the center, locking down the middle. Pass to Korkmaz. Howard with it. Back to Korkmaz. And that one is stuffed right through.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Howard kicks to Milton. Back to Howard. 76ers moving the ball around. The pass to Korkmaz. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Here's Hill, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Brooklyn trailing. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Passes to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power. And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of. And then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
On its way from Curry for two, and it's Griffin with the rebound. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
Curry looking around. Pass to Simmons. Harris against KD. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile one block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Here is Harden. He kicks it to Jordan. Outside Durant. Count that one.
Well, Kevin Durant's looking at the defender like, hey, if you're going to give me that, I'm going to take it.
76ers trailing. Simmons finds Curry. Now Embiid. The dish now to Scott. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Harden outside. Outside for Griffin. Now here's Irving. And Embiid with the block.
Length plus agility. Great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Maxey passes to Milton. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. The Nets making a switch here. Luwawu's checked in. Here's Maxey. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Tolliver kicks to Milton. Just 5 on the clock. And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. And here's Maxey. Here's Milton. Pass to Maxey. Bible with the ball. Now the pass to Maxey. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Dinwiddie. Not a lot of room. Misses the layup.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Tolliver the pass to Maxey. It'll count. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they were up by. That's all for now.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got Howard. Shake Milton is out there with George Hill. And there's Anthony Tolliver. And it's Thibault in at the 3. The jump hook. Howard misses. The Nets with the lead. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. They get it back. Here's Claxton, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
Pulls from the top of the key. Another miss by Philadelphia.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Back to Milton. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Howard kicks to Hill. Over Harden. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Claxton no good. The 76ers trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Ben Simmons comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Tobias Harris is checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Seth Curry in for Hill. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Harris outside. To end the drought, and he nails the jumper.
He has become a pure shooter. And from mid-range, Harris is deadly.
Irving with the ball. To the paint. And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist by Irving.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
There's 1:17 left here in the third quarter. Hilton the pass to Embiid. Rebound, Brooklyn. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving's got the ball. Feeds it to Jordan. Outside for KD. The Nets working the ball around now. Jordan's shot is off.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
In the corner, it's Harris. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The 76ers making a switch here. Scott's checked in. And the Nets also making a change. Harris is checked in. Nets leading by 8. Now Irving. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nets lead by 10.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination so impressive.
Outside, Simmons. Second chance shot. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We come back right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Harden. Green is out there with Brown. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Jordan in at the 5 spot.
And that interior presence of Embiid, guys that big shouldn't be able to move like that.
Here's Irving. From 10 feet out. Yep, that one goes.
just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Outside, Simmons. Curry finds Simmons to the inside and stolen by Jordan. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Irving's shot is good.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Simmons looking it over. Dishes to Embiid. And again, it's Philadelphia.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
Harden outside. Count that bucket.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Now here's Simmons. Passes it to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Kicks it to Embiid. Outside Curry. 4 on the clock. He feeds it to Embiid. And the 76ers get it back. Pass to Simmons. He dishes it to Scott. On its way from Curry for 2. Jordan with the rebound. Nets leading by 10. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
George Hill's checked in for the 76ers. And then for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
And we know how good Embiid is at drawing fouls, especially in the painted area. He welcomes the contact.
Durant's checked in for Bruce Brown. He's perfect from the line this time.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here now is Dinwiddie. Back to Harden. The inside shot. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Harden's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
For 3, Hill. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
The 3 from Harden. And no good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Down low. And finished off by Scott.
And I've always appreciated the unselfish nature of George Hill. He always has his eyes surveying the floor.
Dinwiddie dishes to KD. And then Durant with the jam.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
Simmons checked in for Hill. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Irving's checked in for James Harden. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Curry against Irving. Knocked loose. Crafty move. Dinwiddie with the bucket. And the Nets lead by 12.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Pass to Embiid. 1:02 left in the game. Simmons on the wing. Dinwiddie covering. And that one, good.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Brooklyn.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though. Whenever things started to look a little dire, it really put the hammer down.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Kyrie Irving.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Outside for Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like there.
Irving way outside. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have a look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich out there with Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Philadelphia, Tobias Harris is out there with Anthony Tolliver. Then there's Seth Curry. Then there's Embiid. And it's Simmons in at the 1 spot. Now here is Harris. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And if you want to talk about a player who embodies the power game, then Embiid's your man. You know you're going to get some strong finishes anytime he's on the court.
Young pass to Bogdanovich. Young against Curry.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Good, and Harris gets the assist. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kev. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5, because listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
Here is Harris following the basket by Trae Young. Harris passes to Tolliver. Outside for Simmons. Shot clock at 5. Harris with it. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now here's Simmons. The pass to Tolliver. High post, Embiid. Dishes it to Simmons. Over Collins. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. And here's Atlanta.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury. Never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
Curry's shot is good.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
Now, here is Young. And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young. And Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And Young, here we go. Capella with the bucket.
You can see there just the threat of Young pulling up. It's going to open up the 2-man game. The defender forced to come out and respect the deep shot, and Trae able to make the play.
Now here's Simmons. Harris outside. To the middle, and stolen by Bogdanovich. 3-on-3. Young with no one around. Knocks down the 3 ball. Young's got 5.
This is Trae Young's game right there. Rise and fire. And these shots are helping out the offense.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. Takes a 3. And the rejection by Curry. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Hill, he's checked in for Anthony Tolliver. And then for Atlanta, Gallinari, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Reddish comes in for Bogdanovich. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Trae Young. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. After the basket by Atlanta. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
And really, Simmons is nearly impossible to contain when he's sprinting to the hoop. An athletic behemoth who causes defenders fits.
Now, here's Dunn. Inside. Capella kicks to Reddish. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags. But, Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Dwight Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Simmons. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's Shake Milton in for Curry. And the basket by Hill.
Nice job there from George Hill setting up. He's an effective three-point shooter.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Fernando. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And he makes both free throws. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Korkmaz. Got it off in time, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
And it's always great to see Gallo play that kind of defense.
It's all tied in Philadelphia, and we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so, in the game for the 76ers, they've got Shake Milton. Howard is out there with Scott. Then there's Matisse Thybulle, and it's Hill in at the point. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Outside Williams. Pass to Gallinari. And stolen by Thybulle. Milton with it. Okongwu covering. Pass to Howard. Rebounded by the Hawks. Gallinari passes to Williams. Okongwu kicks to Gallinari. Passes it to Dunn. 5 on the clock. On the wing, Williams. He tries for 3. Hill pulls it in. 76ers trailing. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And that one drops for him.
Yeah, we don't talk about George Hill being a slick ball handler, but on that play shows you maybe some of the things he's worked on in the offseason.
Dunn outside. 16 feet away. Offensive rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
From deep three-point range. Doesn't go for him. And Atlanta will come the other way. And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Then for the Hawks, Hunter's checked in for Gallinari. Bogdanovich comes in for Lou Williams. And Trae Young subbed in for Dunn. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Simmons feeling it out a bit. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
For three, Harris. Tolliver dishes to Embiid. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The kick out to Young. Makes it off the glass. Young's got the lead up to 2 now for Atlanta. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set. Here's Embiid following the basket by Trae Young. Philadelphia moving the ball around. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Embiid. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Embiid's got 6 points. We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David. Very athletic. Thanks. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Now here's Curry. He has 7. He kicks to Harris. Back to Curry from the arc. Atlanta with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Young outside. Capella, it's good on the putback.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella, skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
A 3 from Simmons. No good on the last second attempt there. Trae Young.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 13 points. And that'll do it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Williams is out there with Dunn. Then it's Okongwu. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Fernando in at the 4 spot. Here's Dunn. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Embiid. Now, Chris Dunn, a part of that Zach LaVine trade a few years ago. You know, GA, what's interesting about Dunn is he actually played a lot of small forward last season.
How about that? Drafted 5th overall back in 2016 as a point guard. He's only about 6'3", but very strong and has long arms and plays with great toughness. Just another example of how small ball is affecting every front court position.
Now here is Harris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Tolliver. Here's Embiid. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Now here's Williams. He lobs it up, and Okongwu slams it in.
Well, he's so dangerous as a scorer. Lou Williams can recognize when there's openings. This time it was a teammate.
The 76ers trail by 7. Milton finds Hill. Back to Milton. On the wing, Hill. Back to Milton. The dish to Howard. Misses off the right iron.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And there's the pass to Fernando. On the wing, Williams. For the 3. But they'll get another chance. Fernando, the pass to Okongwu. Williams against Scott. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Okongwu slams it in.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass, and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Hill kicks to Howard. It's back to Hill. Shot from the wing. Good on the bucket. Hill's got 7.
Well, that pick and roll unleashes George Hill's ability to create a little bit more in this offense. He gets into the space he needs that time.
Now here's Williams. No points in the game yet for him. Over Hill. A shot by Williams, no good. The 76ers trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Howard, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
And the D's got to be a bit more physical right there. Allowing Dwight to get that deep, not a good idea, which is why he constantly finds his way to the free throw line.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Korkmaz, he's jacked in for Mike Scott. And Maxey's subbed in for Shake Milton. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Young passes to Bogdanovich. Kicks it out to Collins. Here's Young. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Atlanta leading by 7. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And here is Simmons. Outside for Curry. Back to Simmons. Count it.
And when Simmons is inside, forget about it. He uses his skill and smarts to take advantage.
Curry against Young. And he banks in the layup. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Pass to Embiid. On its way from Curry for 2. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Young up top. He's got 17. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And Simmons slams it in.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
Now Young. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 19 points.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks bringing the quarter. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The 76ers trail by 7. They've got Anthony Tolliver. Simmons is out there with Curry. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Harris in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Young with the steal. Capella kicks to Bogdanovich. Hunter with it. Lobbed up there for Collins. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Man, so impressive. Collins way up for that one.
Now here's Simmons out left to the wing. Embiid inside, working on Collins. And Capella sends it back. Embiid finds Simmons. And the shot is long. The Hawks leading by 9. Capella, the pass to Young. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. He's got 21.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Curry. Ready by Bogdanovich. Atlanta's shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. The Hawks working the ball around. Young with the ball. Working on Tolliver. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. And the 76ers with some changes. Korkmaz comes in for Seth Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Anthony Tolliver. Here's Bogdanovich. And Embiid with the block.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on.
And Simmons slams it in.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Young, good.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Maxey. Embiid is at the elbow. Launches it. Trae Young grabs the miss. The Hawks leading by 11. To the paint. Here's Collins. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Simmons. Here's Harris. Outside for Simmons. Tries again. Back to Harris. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bogdanovich dishes to Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Collins has got the lead up to 13 now for Atlanta. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Embiid. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Hawks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. It's stolen. Harris against Bogdanovich. Right side Simmons. The pass to Maxey. Right side Simmons. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. Curry on the wing. There's the triple. Rebounded by Capella.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Hawks.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Trae Young.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
And hit on the way up. Embiid's strong physically, but also mentally able to keep his focus.
Young inside, guarded by Curry. And Embiid with the block. Now the 76ers on the break. Simmons inside. Here is Tolliver. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Brent. A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena.
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, D.A. Thanks. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Durant. Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harden in at the point. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here's Hunter. And it's blocked by Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan is a force on defense. Tough to finish when he's lurking.
Irving can't hit.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Young with the ball. Kicks it to Hunter. Outside Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. Misses the 3. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Brooklyn. And that one, good.
There's just a handful of big men in this league that you're comfortable running the offense through. Griffin, he's one of those guys.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
The Nets on offense. Harden the pass to Irving. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. It's not going to go for him. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Young. Harden with the defensive effort.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And Griffin scores. The assist by Jordan.
I like this about Blake Griffin. Puts constant pressure on the defense. Plays a very physical game.
Now, here is Young. A baseline J. Goes back up. And Capella with a nice bucket inside.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Now here's Irving. Over Young. Irving misses.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Here's Bogdanovich. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
That's next level vision. Young could probably lead the league in assists if that were his goal.
Harden the pass to Irving. Harden against Collins. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Harden against Young. Passes to Capella. What a terrific move that was. Capella's got 6 points. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right?
Oh, wow.
When you're that long and that athletic, I'll tell you, KD has the ability to put a little extra on it.
Young. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Molinari comes in for John Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
With his long strides, Durant can gather at the three-point line and still get all the way to the rim.
Young taking his time here. Chalk up 2 there. Young's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
I don't think we've ever seen a player of Durant's size who can handle the rock that well.
It's Young on the wing. He's got 5.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Brown the pass to Claxton. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. 7-second difference, shot and game clock.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
And here's Young. That will count. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A good close contest so far. As we And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
On the wings, Herter and Reddish. Okongwu is out there with Gallinari, and it's Williams at point guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
He misses the free throw. And the Hawks making a change here. Snell's checked in, and he sinks the second. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks, trailing by 2. Lays it up off the glass.
The thing about Lou Williams, he sort of glides around, then suddenly he hits the turbojet.
Dinwiddie outside. There's the pass to Claxton. Over Williams. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got the lead. Back up to 2 now for the Nets. So it's the Hawks now. Williams looking around. And Okongwu slams it in.
And give Sweet Lou credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. And he slams it one-handed.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Snell. He's covered by Brown. From 8. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. So for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Cowens comes in for Gallinari. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Reddish. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Williams outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Williams has got 5 now.
Quick feet, quick release. Hard to check Lou Williams from beyond the arc.
Johnson outside. The kick out to Irving. Back to Johnson. Dishes to Jordan. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor. Has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Outside Williams. It's Bogdanovic on the wing. Brooklyn with the rebound.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall. And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Hunter's checked in for Tony Snell. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And Trae Young subbed in for Lou Williams. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Durant's checked in for Johnson. Nets leading by 4. Outside for Jordan. Harden has a wide open look. No good from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Huerter passes to Hunter. Back to Huerter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Kevin Huerter, a young player and a big part of this team's future. He keeps trying to add to his game.
And the area I love that he's improved, I think the most and needs to, is his ball handling. Doesn't have to only look for shots outside. He can attack the rim. He's also is more willing to take the lead in transition and create for others.
Tries from 16. Irving can't hit. Hawks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young drives in, and it's all evened up. Young's got 7.
He has adapted a way to use his body to shield defenders that's bigger than him. Trae Young finishing through contact.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Now Young. He's got 7 from deep. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Irving against Young. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Reddish, he's checked in for Collins.
We know he's one of the best offensive players in the league. What I've seen lately from Kyrie is an improvement in his focus on the defensive end.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
The Hawks have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
One thing you can say about Trae Young, he leaves a huge imprint on any basketball game he plays.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Banked in off the glass. And the Nets lead by 4.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Young. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Brooklyn.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The Deep is told they got themselves into it. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving in at the 2. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Trae Young, he's checked in for Atlanta. And a change for the Nets. Luwawu's checked in. Pass to Harden. Feeds to Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Harden's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Outside for Jordan. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Hunter. Oh, and here we go at Collins. Nobody back. And finished off by Collins.
Got to know where Collins is, especially when the break is on. He runs the floor beautifully.
Harden the pass to Irving. Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Young outside. 6 on the shot clock. He gets it in there. Young's got 11 points.
He's fearless. Trae Young knows he's probably going to take contact, and it doesn't matter at all.
Passes it to Harden. Here's Luwawu. And yes, it's good. The Hawks trail by 8. Bogdanovich looking around. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 6.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Outside Irving. Pass to Harden. 5 to shoot. Outside Jordan. Good work defensively by Capella. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Inside, Griffin with the steal. Jordan with it. He's picked up by Collins. The 3 from Harden hits it from three-point range. Harden's got 7 now in this quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
50 seconds left in the third.
Come on.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Nets leading by 9. Dinwiddie finds Brown. Back to Dinwiddie. And they pick up 2. Dinwiddie's got his second basket.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Fearless move by Lou Williams, driving it right into the teeth of the defense. Draws the foul.
The Hawks have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. And both free throws good for Lou Williams.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Dinwiddie outside. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ahead by 9 as the quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Williams. Gallinari is out there with Tony Snell. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Herter in at the 2 guard. So that's the Hawks 5. To the inside. Here's Okongwu. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Passes like this demonstrate Snell's team-first approach. He's all about getting it to the open guys.
Dinwiddie outside. He dishes it to KD. And KD throws it down.
Slashing in for the hammer. KD showing how to punish the rim.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 9-point game. Snell, the pass to Okongwu. Round with it. Okongwu covering. And it's Green with the jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Outside Williams. Makes it off the glass.
You see the toughness of Williams. Won't shy away from contact.
Nets leading by 9. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Dinwiddie. In the corner, it's Harris. Here's Green. Rebound, Atlanta. Capella's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here we go, one-on-one. Young's shot is off. Harris with it. From downtown. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Young outside. The shake. Green with the block.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
And here's Harris from the arc. Rebound, Atlanta. Right side, Bogdanovich for 3. Here's Collins. Lays it up and banks it in.
Keeping that play alive. Anytime a shot goes up, Collins is going to compete for it.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Dinwiddie up top, defended by Young.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
The Hawks trail by 9. Now, here is Young. It's tipped. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Out to Harris. The 3 connects from 3-point range. Harris has got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
For 3, Harris. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And an intentional foul right there.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. At the top of the key, Hunter. 5 on the clock. Young inside, guarded by Harden.
Beasting on defense. First, he closes out hard on the shooter, then he attacks the glass. Filthy.
Outside for Jordan. Back to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Here's Young. Drops in the layup for 2.
You know, defensively, you try to do everything possible to get a hand up on Young's shot, but he just ignores the contact and plays through it.
Irving looking over the floor. Here's Griffin, and it goes down 2 points. And the Nets lead by 12.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. The 76ers anxious to get off the bus and get down. Look at the 76ers starting group. Seth Curry is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Harris. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Scott in at the power forward position. And for Brooklyn, Luwawu is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Griffin. And it's KD in at the small forward position. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Now here's Simmons. Out to the right wing. Down low. It's deflected. Left side, Scott. Shot from 16. Clock at 6. Curry looking around. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball.
I love seeing that kind of unselfishness. Irving is proven to be a sensational teammate.
Here's Philadelphia. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Simmons. Back to Curry. We're about 1 minute into the first. Embiid kicks to Curry. Harris against KD. Shoots over KD. Harris's shot is off.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yeah, Jay, he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there to keep you guessing. But this is what you get from Griffin. Very willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Simmons passes to Curry. Now here's Embiid. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Now proving how legitimate of a threat he is inside. I mean, once Embiid gets it this close, it's all but over.
KD passes to Luwawu. Outside, KD. And then Durant with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Now here is Harris. Off target from three-point range. To the middle. Here's Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
I love whenever Griffin finishes with power. I mean, he's showing he's not to be messed with close to the basket.
The 76ers trail by 9. Simmons dishes to Curry. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Brooklyn making some changes. Jeff Green is checked in for Griffin. And it's Brown in for Luwawu-Cabarrot. And the 76ers also making a change. Hill, he's checked in for Scott. Now, here's Green. Irving double team. Back to Green. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Harris passes to Simmons. Down low. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And another turnover here by Philadelphia. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Johnson comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's James Harden in for Irving. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Embiid. Tolliver comes in for Ben Simmons. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's Shake Milton in for Seth Curry. Now here's Harden. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Milton the pass to Hill. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Howard. The kick out to Hill. The tray. Brooklyn with the rebound. Howard with the steal. The 76ers with another miss.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Brown the pass to Green. Yes, that goes in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but then that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
And the former Hoya Green, a ranging forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Hill inside. Johnson on him. And it's blocked. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Brooklyn leading by 14. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. From deep, Harden. It's hauled in by Thibault. Philadelphia has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Howard, the pass to Milton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It's his first trip to the line. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 12 seconds left to play here in the first. Harden surveying the D, passes it to Green, and stolen by Thibault. It could go. That shot off the mark. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to...
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the 76ers, Anthony Tolliver out there with Howard. Then there's Hill. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Thibault in at the 3 spot. The Nets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Now Brown. George Hill missing on the 3. To the paint. Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those. And drafted 42nd back in 2018 out of Miami. Bruce Brown has shown himself to be a rugged two-way guard.
Yeah, he's a second-round steal. Yeah, he competes at the defensive end of the floor, and the shooting numbers are trending in the right direction.
Just 3 to shoot. Here's Hill. Misses off the left iron. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. The pass to Brown. Johnson outside. Bobbed up there for Green.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Outside Hill. Milton the pass to Hill. Inside. Here's Claxton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Brown wide open. He fired. No good on the 3.
If you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time down.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. Harden against Howard. Harden the pass to Claxton. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. And some changes here for the 76ers. The 76ers trail by 16. Now Simmons. And stolen by Jordan. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Irving's got the ball. And finished off by KD.
Getting to the rim and dunking it down. That's the aggressive side of the rim.
Outside, Simmons. Pass to Harris. Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So you know the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well, but so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
Now here's Durant following the miss by DeAndre Jordan.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration too, and you've got 2 points. Now here's Simmons, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Harris inside, defended by Griffin, and it's Scott with the jam.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Now, here is Irving. 1:04 left to play here in the second quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Durant, and finished off by KD.
But Durant doesn't always need the ball in his hands to create offense. Great job to free himself up after the pick and get the score.
Now here's Simmons. The dish to Harris. Here's Embiid. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
And what a baller this guy is. The big fella, Embiid. I mean, he welcomes getting physical and overwhelms the defense with his size and muscle.
Here's Llewellyn. Pass to KD. The shot from the low post is good. Durant's got 13.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Here's Embiid, and he comes up with the deuce. Embiid's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, once Embiid puts it on the deck, look out. I mean, he's using his height and quickness to capitalize.
Outside, KD. Back to Griffin. And stolen by Scott. And so it's Brooklyn with us. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. Thanks for joining us.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Well, they haven't found a way to keep him quiet inside. I mean, their best bet probably would be to deny him the ball altogether, because when he gets it, they can't stop him.
Green is out there with Johnson. Then there's Brown. Then it's Harden. And it's Claxton in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Milton. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. He dishes it to Tolliver. Hill inside. Johnson on him. The kick out to Hill. From deep three-point range. Milton with it. Picked up by Brown. They get the rebound. Here's Tolliver. Howard in the post. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Milton. And another shot. And Howard finishes it off. Howard's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the 76ers. Harden with it. Brown outside. Harden against Hill. 8 feet away. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
He's not just an outside threat. Harden's a player who can score from anywhere.
And so Hill bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 16.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
And Brooklyn turns it over again. Brooklyn making some changes. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Johnson. Harris comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Irving subbed in for Brown. Philadelphia also making some changes. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Tolliver. Korkmaz comes in for Shake Milton. And Maxey subbed in for Hill. Here's Korkmaz. Second shot opportunity. And it's Durant with the rebound. Nets leading by 14. in the corner. Harden uncovered. That one doesn't go.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Lobbed up there for Howard. Passes to Thibault. Dishes it to Howard. And the pass to Korkmaz. Stolen by Harden. Irving passes to Harris. And there it is for him. And the Nets lead by 16.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
Now, here is Harden. He has 6. Here's Durant, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
Fearless, tenacious scorer. I mean, Durant only needs to see one drop through. I mean, you know he's feeling it.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Green. Blake Griffin comes in for Harris. And Luwawu subbed in for James Harden. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Scott comes in for Maxey. Harris is checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Seth Curry in for Korkmaz. Now here's Griffin, outside Jordan. Pass to Griffin. Nets passing it around. Outside Durant. Shoots off the step back. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Look, that's what's crazy about this guy. Inside, deep from 3. Still, he's deadly from mid-range. Durant is as good as anyone from that part of the court.
Here's Simmons. Harris outside. 40 seconds left to play in the third. To the inside. Scott kicks to Harris. And the layup's good off the glass.
With broad shoulders and a solid upper body strength. Now, Harris is lethal around the rim.
Irving dishes to Durant. To the middle. Here's Griffin. Outside for Jordan. Curry against Irving. Outside Kevin Durant. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. And the Nets lead by 18.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
And so it's Brooklyn in command with the 16th. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Anthony Tolliver out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Howard. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Hill in at the 5. The shot's good from Jordan. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Dinwiddie is checked in for Brooklyn. James Harden comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And then for Philadelphia, Tobias Harris is checked in for Tolliver. Curry comes in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for George Hill. Here's Simmons. Thybulle with the ball. Harris is there. Here's Howard. Another shot. No good on that one. Jordan with some nice D. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Pass to Harris from 10 feet out. And again, it's Brooklyn converting. And here is Simmons. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jordan. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Harris. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Curry passes to Embiid. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
What a finisher Embiid is. He's a pro at not letting the defense dictate to him.
Dinwiddie against Curry. And that one's good. Durant.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
The 76ers trail by 20. Here's Simmons. Passes it to Harris. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Here's Thibault. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
And stolen by Harris. Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Yep, that one goes in there.
Never easy trying to stop Embiid. Even when you foul him, he still finds ways to muscle shots in.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. Now Harden. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. Back to Harden. Just 4 to shoot. The 76ers trail by 17.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Nets.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for KD.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
Outside Curry from deep. And Jordan sends it back.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan, just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green, and Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. And the 76ers also making a change. Korkmaz is checked in. Irving passes to Harden. Back to Irving. Here's the three. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Harris inside, guarded by Harden. And the dunk by Embiid.
The reach of Embiid, just fantastic. Just throw it up there. I mean, he's committed to finishing the alley-oop.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jordan kicks to Harden. And stolen by Simmons. Inside. And Embiid throws it down.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
Irving way outside. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's...
you